It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, as you've heard, this show is talking about women that are doing incredible things in so many spaces. And this next segment is like no other. We're talking about two incredible women from Ceasefire Cape Town. Now, it's a program that aims to reduce gang violence in Cape Town by mediating disputes between rival gangs and providing support, much needed support and service to gang members who want to leave the gang lifestyle, something that is so pertinent right now.
Oh, it's vital. It's vital. And the women we'll be speaking with today are all leaders in this program, and they're trying to bring their wealth of knowledge about their own communities, their own lived experience to the fight against gangsterism and youth violence. Delcami Domingos and Martina Martins, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Graham. Morning, Dal.
How are we doing?
Good.
This is serious stuff. This is something that even for me growing up in like an area like Heathfield, it's not too far off from some of the most affected areas in our community. There's a lot going on in the streets that's pulling our kids away from their potential.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that women like you are doing something to change this narrative and to provide an opportunity. But more importantly, what inspired you to get involved in this program and to join this fight against gangsterism, which is at a rife at the moment?
Okay, good morning, everybody. So what inspired me was, as a young girl, I was exposed to gangsterism from the age of, I think, 10 years old. So with being exposed to it, it left me sort of no choice. Then I fell into the cracks of gangsterism. And because I know what it takes for a woman to fall into the cracks of gangsterism, it empowered me to empower myself to make the change and to fight against it. Because it's not easy to fight against gangsterism if you don't come through the system of gangsterism. So that inspired me to fight against gangsterism.
Wow, nice.
I don't think people understand that it's not even a choice a lot of the time. It's just the next step because there are no other steps.
Yeah.
So you're saying, take a different path, take a different path. And there are kids there that haven't had the gangsterism contextualized. So they're seeing something that they don't understand. And that's affecting, and there's a trauma within that. But then we're saying, change your life. And they're like, to what? To what? The only structures that exist there, and for good and for bad, because this is a community. It might be filled with gangsters, but those gangsters have formed that community.
Yes.
It's a community that needs to be absorbed and dealt with. How? How do you do that? How do you stand up to a gang leader and say, all right, this is what we need to do? How do you own that level of power, Martina?
So a lot of times, as a community worker, but also as a mother, you reach out, you know, you speak to them, you bring them to a table where you can have a conversation and say, listen, there's opportunities for our young people, but give us an opportunity to show them where these opportunities are. Give us that space to show them what they can do with their lives. You know, as a parent and as a mother, that desire and that fight gets into you and takes you to that place to meet with these people. You know, because there's hope for our young men. But like you said, you have to show them. You have to take them to that space.
I've sat with a life termer, covered, tattoo, head to toe, making the most exquisite wedding dresses. Things that I've never seen before. And you're thinking, where would you be?
And you'll be surprised if you'll see the potential in these guys. The potential that they have, it's nobody's business. They're skillful. They got potential.
And they've got survival skills.
They got coping mechanism to go through these things. It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
I see it even today on the sporting field.
Yes.
Physical competence.
Yes.
Talent that we actually have that never gets the time of day to actually just execute and express that talent. So what exactly are you fitting in when it comes to this massive puzzle that we're trying to solve right now? And all these pieces are coming together. I can see that inspiration. I can see the work you're doing in your communities. How exactly are you making these inroads? Because you're providing these options. You mentioned you have this holistic approach to showing a different way, which I think is so important. Like G says, a lot of these kids don't even know that there is another option. This is the way out of the hole. There's money, there's opportunity here. How are you showing them a different light?
Yeah.
How are you showing them a different way? How is this organization working?
So generally what we do is we create platforms for them to share their stories.
Okay.
You know, we take them on excursions up Table Mountain. I think 90% of our young people on the Cape Flats has never been on Table Mountain. They've never been on the cable car. You know, so we take them these type of routes. We show them something different, you know, and that is how they start growing and desiring, you know, to see, wow, there's something other than in Overpark. There's something other than where I'm at, you know, and that is how we start. We take them to the stages of the artscape.
Give them a purpose.
That is where they have an opportunity to, through art, through drama, you know, show them, you know, that is where they can share their pain. That is where they can share, you know, what
Sing. I mean, we have artists here performing, dancers performing, living that pain, processing that pain, and we sit here, tears streaming down our face, not even understanding why. The emotion lets us understand and process in that sense. All of this is amazing. You are so far along a path that I think many would have thought was impossible.
Yes, so true.
And even within your own community, I'm sure your own families were thinking you're crazy. What do you need? What do you need from us?
So we have, so what we found working with gangs, actually, there's a pool that these gangsters draw from.
Okay.
Right? And that is where our prevention program comes in, working with children.
Put the damn wall.
Preventing them from, you know, joining these gangs, getting them alternative care, getting them alternative solutions than going into these gangs, you know. And that is where it comes. We started a house for high-risk children. Nobody wants to take children between the ages of 11 and 16 because they have behavioral problems.
Yes.
So we have designed a house where they can grow up in the house, they can feel the love in the house. So we're busy restoring this house. We're busy painting it. We're busy getting the right family, you know, to be in this house, to take care of these children. Because these young people, they just need a covering.
Yeah.
They just need to be shown love. They just need to be shown, listen, there's compassion. Somebody hears me.
And that's
So the spaces we're creating, that is the help that we need.
Okay, well, I mean, we've got a myriad, and I know the right person is always watching. Just need that one person. And from both sides, it's amazing. And I'm so glad you mentioned that high-risk age, because that's often where we lose young men especially.
So true.
And the only brotherhood they can find, the only people that will look after them are their brothers on the street or the gangs that will take them in. The fact that you made this practical and not political, I think is absolutely amazing. Please, whenever you need anything, any help, just a box to stand on and scream, we are here for you. This is the kind of initiative that every South African can get behind. Never mind, it takes a village. It takes a country. And we are here for this.
Yes.
Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you for the incredible work you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So much.